Fruit Ninjas are back with a vengeance!
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the S.I.C. Kamen Rider GAIM. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Not a whole lot going on in here once you take all the inserts and whatnot. Right up top here, Super Imaginative Chogokin, that's what S.I.C. stands for, Volume 72. Kamen Rider GAIM, orange arms. On this side of the box, you just have an open Loxy design there with the windows, S.I.C. Kamen Rider GAIM, orange arms. You got some Helheim fruits hanging out there. Same thing on the other side. On the top, Kamen Rider GAIM, orange arms. On the bottom, a bunch of stuff I can't read. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots. It does this, that, the other, and that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have S.I.C. GAIM, a very, very cool figure. This is my very first S.I.C. figure, and yeah, I like it. I like it very much. This is very, very cool. S.I.C. definitely reminds me of PlayArt's Kai. I don't know if PlayArt's Kai and S.I.C. have anything to do with one another, but when I look at these figures, I definitely get a PlayArt's Kai vibe from them. You know, just a very stylized version of the character, but very, very cool. As you can see here, they decked GAIM out all samurai style, and just looks really, really cool. I do quite like this. So let's get in close here so you can see the details. Take a close look here at the head sculpt. All the detail is molded and painted, and it looks really, really good. You can see the big head crest there, done in gold. Very nice gold. You got some metallic red right there. You can see the little orange slice behind the transparent visor right there. Looks really good. The mouth plate, nice gold paint there. And the back of the helmet, nicely detailed. They used a beautiful, like, metallic orange, and looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And coming down to the shoulder pads here, again, wonderful, wonderful detail, wonderful paintwork. Okay, you got the silver trim going on there. Just, this looks so good, so good. Coming down the chest plate, again, wonderfully detailed and nicely painted. And coming down to the Sengoku driver, right there. The profile of the helmet is not on there. I guess they didn't want to just make it a flat tampograph, and as you can see, everything on here is molded and painted, so I guess they figured that was a little too small a detail to actually mold in, so it's just a flat blue piece right there, but not a deal breaker. Still looks really good. You got the open orange lock seed right there, and the knife, and again, everything has a nice silver trim to it. And you got the belt. He also has his lock seat holder right there on the side. And coming down to these skirt pieces right here. Again, nicely detailed. And then we got the little armor right here. Again, nicely molded, nicely painted. That gold really pops. Really nicely done. Coming down to the legs. You can see his pants are a little bit more flared out. And again, have that nice paint and detail work right there. And going down the boots, again, just wonderfully done. Really nice. And even the bottoms of his shoes have some nice molded detail. You got the GAIM symbol right there, and decked out in silver. And coming along the back here, so everything looks. You can see the the back plate of the actual orange right there with the metallic green. And again, nicely molded, nicely painted. This looks really, really good. It's got a little dagger right there on the side. That doesn't remove or anything. That's just a solid piece. It still looks nice. Nice touch. And yeah, overall, very, very nicely done figure. So just for a comparison, so you can see how big this figure is. Here it is with Figuarts GAIM. And here it is with the Arms Change GAIM. You can see he is quite larger than a standard Figuarts and a standard Kamen Rider gimmick figure. So you have that right there. Now he does come with a bunch of accessories, so we'll run through them all right now. He does come with his Muso Seba right here. Getting close, and again, like all this detail here is actually molded in and painted with the GAIM symbol Looks really good. You got a post right there for a lock seed. You can plug lock seeds onto this. And we'll get to that in a little bit. And you can see the handle, nicely detailed. The blade is done in a nice silver. You can see a nice gold right there, nice gold trim. And the back side, right there. And you also get a sheath for your Muso saber, which is just done in black with some gold and silver trim right there. And that just slides right in and locks into place. And that looks really cool. And you can take your Muso saber, and there is a clip right here. You just slide this in like that. And now he has his Muso saber at his side. And that's really cool. He does also include his Daidai Maru. Again, a very stylized design. A little exaggerated, but looks very cool. Done in a nice transparent orange plastic. Nicely detailed. Again, nicely painted. Going down the handle. It's really good. So good. So he has his Daidai Maru. He does also come with some other lock seeds. He does come with a closed orange lock seed. If the camera will focus, there we go. A closed orange lock seed. These things are tiny, so be careful with them. Try not to lose them, but there you have a closed orange lock seed. It's again nicely detailed for being so small. Looks pretty good. Not the crispest detail. Crispest? Is that a word? Most crisp detail? Crispest detail? I don't know if I'm making up words. It's not the first time I made up a word. Won't be the last time. But anyway. You can see there. Got the closed orange lock seed. You also get a pineapple lock seed, which again looks very nice. And all that detail is molded and painted. Looks really good. So you have that. And you get an Ichigo lock seed, the strawberry, right there. Turn it to the back there. Again, really nice. Very tiny, as you can see. These things are, yeah, I'm so afraid of losing these. And you also get a lock seed for the Sakura Hurricane, his motorcycle. And you can see again, all that detail is molded in and painted, and looks very nice. For being just a small piece, I think that's really well done. So there you have that. Of course, he does come with alternate hands. He comes with closed fists, which are already installed. And you also get, hey, you stand. He also does come with weapon holding hands. This hand is for his Muso saber. Again, same amount of detail and paintwork. And this hand is for the Daidai Maru. Right there. And he also does come with two open hands. Right there. And again, same amount of detail and paintwork. Look very nice. And he does come with some other bits that we'll get to in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at articulation on this guy. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. So you get some good side-to-side movement. The back of the helmet does limit the range of movement a bit. So you get a little bit of side-to-side movement, not too much. You can't really look up just due to the way the back of the helmet works. But he can look down a good ways. His head can do a full 360. The arms can do a full 360. But, you know, things will, just due to the way the armature works, you can't get his arm all the way up. Right there. These shoulder pads are on a ball joint, so they will move out of the way. And they are soft plastic. Like, all the armor pieces are made of a soft plastic. The skirt, all these skirt pieces are a soft plastic as well, so you don't have to worry about breaking any of that. There you go. You do have a swivel right here. Again, you have outward movement. And again, nice full range of outward movement. Oops. And this will pop off because, again, it's just on a ball joint. And you just pop it back on. Boop. So you do have a swivel right there. You do have a double jointed elbow for nice full range of movement. You do have a wrist swivel as well as a hinge right in there. And of course, depending on how you work that hinge, you can get, you know, up and downward movement as well. You do have a ball jointed waist, so you can get a nice good range of movement there. So he can arch his back. You can get a good crunch going. Get some side to side movements. The legs can go forward that much. They can go back about that far. Outward movements, get about that much. You do have a swivel at the top of the thigh. You do have a double jointed knee for a nice full range of movement there. And the feet can rotate. They can move up. They can move down. And again, it's that kind of like that Revoltech kind of joint there. So if you turn that the other way, you can get some tilt out of it. And you also get a toe joint, if that serves any purpose. So there you go. Very nicely articulated. So there you have that. So yeah, let's get him holding some weapons here. Why not? So let's swap out the hands. Swapping out the hands is quite easy. They're just on a ball joint. You just pop it out. And we'll plug in his Muso Saber holding hand. And we'll pop this hand out. And plug in his Maru holding hand. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sometimes when it's on a hinge, it kind of makes life a little bit harder when you're pushing against something that's on a joint. There we go. Pop that in, and we'll just unsheath his Muso Saber. And we'll just get that plugged into his hand. Very easy, and his finger does go right on the trigger, which is very cool. And then we'll take the Maru and get this into his other hand. Oops. These pieces are meant to pop off. We'll get into that in a little bit. And we'll just get it in his hand. Have to kind of like flex his thumb open there to get that in there. There we go. And there you have GAIM wielding his weapons right there. And that looks really, really cool. That looks awesome. So awesome. So you can also, if you want, combine the Maru with the Muso Saber. They do just clip together. There's a little port there. You can just take them, plug them together, and there you go. You can get the big double-bladed mode there, which is equally as cool. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, you do have the lock seed holder right there. And all of the lock seeds have a little port on the back. And you just plug them onto the posts right there. Just plug one on. And we'll plug in the pineapple. And we'll plug in the Sakura Hurricane right there. So you can store his other lock seeds like that. There you go. Very, very cool. And you can take the open orange lock seed and remove that. And again, it's just on a post right there. And you can plug it onto the Muso Saber right there for your final attack. Again, very, very cool. Unplug that. Like that. And Muso Saber. Came undone there. There you go. Well, yeah. There you have that. That's very cool. This piece right here, this holster there for the sheath is on a hinge here, so you can kind of angle that however you want. So there you go. Just trying to get them straightened out here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Stand. You stand. Hey. There you go. All right. So the last bit that you get right here is this creepy looking thing. This little armature here with this freaky looking empty helmet, which is, I mean, again, very nicely done, nicely detailed, nicely painted. This is die-cast. The front faceplate, this separates. This front faceplate is die-cast, which is nice. And you get the rest of the helmet right there, which is just kind of a basic helmet. And that just plugs in right there. But yeah, you got this little armature here, which again has some nice gold paint on it. You have this black box right here, which has some nice gold details. The GAIM symbol right there. It is just a hollow piece, but still nicely done all around. And what this is for an alternate display. So we're going to get going with this here. So let's just get all of this. Well, we have to pop off his hands anyway. Yes, all right, let's get that out. Separate these for now. Put that off to the side for now. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to remove this for now. Because right now all we need is just this. So now we're basically going to start ripping GAIM apart. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull his head off. Yes, we're going to decapitate him. We're going to remove the head crest. We're going to remove the front faceplate here. And we're just going to put all this off to the side for now. And now we're going to remove the shoulder pads. Remove the shoulder pads. And we want to remove the armor here. Now it tabs in. The two halves tab into each other right here, which can be a little bit hard to get split apart. But it's doable. There we go. Now you remove the back plate, and you remove the front plate, and then you remove the shoulder piece right here. We're just stripping them down. And then you remove these forearm pieces right there. The other one just fell off on its own. But remove the forearm pieces, and now we have to rip him in half. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Remove that little waist section here. And remove this. You do want to take out the sheath for the Muso saber. So I'm going to remove that. There we go. We got that. We'll put this guy back together here. Okay, it's just on a ball joint. There we go. Just put that off to the side for now. And now we have all of this just hanging out here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this piece, unplug it. Just going to take the skirt armor here. Just sit that down right there. Let me bring this down a little bit. Pardon me while I readjust. There we go. All right. So we're just going to rest that skirt piece right there. And now we're going to take the shoulder piece right here. Just drop that on top. And then take the front armor. And make sure you just line up these two posts with the ports. Make sure you line up everything. Plug that in. Where's the back plate? Here's the back plates. Line that up. And plug that together. Right there. Like that. And again, these side pieces here do tab together. Like that. And these arms are on a hinge there, so you can move them around. Right there. So once you have that done, yeah, these arms right here are on a hinge. You can actually swivel them as well. So once you have that done, take the shoulder pads, just plug them onto those ball joints. Plug the other one onto the ball joints. Right there. And then you take the forearm pieces and just plug them into those ports right there. Plug that in. Plug that in the right way. Like that. And then you want to take the two open hands and you want to plug these onto the ball joints right there. Come on. These are a little stiff. And then you plug this one on. There we go. Like that. And then you just take all of this and you plug it back onto the base. Right there. And you just position the arms like that. And then you take this faceplate, you remove that, and you plug this onto the orange helmet. Like that. And then you plug the head crest on. Like so. And then this just plugs in right up top. Like that. And now you have this kind of creepy display going on. It looks pretty cool though. But yeah, you got that going on there. And not only that, you get a stand right here. And this is for the weapons. So we can take the the Muso saber rather. And just put that there. Take the Daidaimaru. Put that up top. And there you have this display right here. And you also get this insert that comes in the box. You can see it's just a big gold piece of cardboard there with the GAIM symbol, and you just take this and fold this into quarters, and this can be used as a backdrop. If it'll stand up for me, which it doesn't want to. Come on, there we go. So you can have that whole display going on if you wish, which is pretty cool. It does look cool, I will say. It definitely does look cool. And of course you can use that backdrop for the figure as is, you know, whatever you want to do. So I always say, it's your toy, display it however you wish. This doesn't like the stand. I think it's just my table. There you go. So you have that, and of course you're kind of left over with this little skinny, this little skinny dude here with no head. Well, we can just take this spare pieces here. We can plug that back on. There we go. And that's what you're left with. This little weird looking dude. He can't even hold himself up. He's malnourished. My stomach does this same thing. My stomach does that. I don't know why. Doctors have been trying to figure it out for years. We have something in common. Anyway, put that off this side. So, there you go. Yeah, very, very cool. Actually, hey, dude, you want to make yourself useful? Here, make yourself useful. Let me get him standing. Make yourself useful. Here, let me give you a hand. Let me give you a hand. I put the wrong fist in. How dare I? I gave him a left hand instead of a right hand. There we go. There you go, dude. Make yourself useful. Here, hold that up. Hold that up for me. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. If you can stand up. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But there you go. There you have S.I.C. Kamen Rider GAIM. Very, very cool. I really dig this. This is my first S.I.C. figure. So, this is a totally new experience for me, and I really dig it. I really dig this figure, and I'm definitely thinking about looking into getting some of these past S.I.C. figures, like the Wizard they did, and O's, and you know, I have seen pictures of S.I.C. Drive, and that looks really cool, and I might pick that up. I know they're going to be doing Zangetsu. I believe he's going to be a premium Bandai exclusive, which is going to suck because that means he's going to cost more, but I'll buy it because it's GAIM and I love GAIM. I'll buy anything GAIM. I really hope they give us a Ryugen and a Baron. They don't have to do everybody. They don't have to do every writer. Just at least do the main four. Just please, at least do the main four. Just give me, you know, GAIM, Zangetsu, Ryugen, Baron. I'll be happy. But yeah, very cool. Like I said, this is my first experience with this line, and really do dig it. Very nicely done. So there you go. Now, I got this from Hobby Link Japan HLJ, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you are interested, such as CS Toys, AmiAmi, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course, there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of their pricing. And of course, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for some Kamen Rider items. They mostly sell just figure arts at this point, but if you are interested, there'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. And you can also check out my Kamen Rider GAIM playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the S.I.C. Kamen Rider GAIM, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek, be proud, palm in your face! Kazurama Kota! This world isn't big enough for the both of us, and it's time we fight to the death! Where are you? Whoa! Can I help you with something, Kaito? What? No. I was, I just... Well, was just wondering if you wanted to, come dance with us sometime, dance, like we used to do. Hey, you know how we used to dance, right? Yeah, dancing's fun. Yeah, you want to sing a song together? We could do that too. You know what? I need to get going. My spear is starting to spoil. I'll see you around, Kazuraba. I'll see you around.